My 13-year-old daughter Lillian came to me one day and said, "Hey Dad, would you take me on a real camping trip? And how do you say no to that?" So I thought it would be a great opportunity to introduce her to backpacking. We could go to an area of West Virginia that I haven't explored a whole lot of, but is really cool and is part of West Virginia's culture and heritage. So not only could I take Lillian backpacking, but I could introduce her to a little bit of West Virginia history, culture, and heritage by going into the Spruce Knob, Seneca Rocks wilderness area for an awesome fall backpacking camping trip. It's my hope that maybe by watching this video, you might be excited to try this same route that we did. At the end, I'm going to show you the map that we did and the hike and the trail and everything. It makes for a really great one-night backpacking trip, which is great for beginners. If you're experienced and seasoned and you just want to try out the area, you could probably knock it out in one day. There you go. Now you can say you saw Seneca Rocks.
Yep.
Well, that's a little disappointing. Bring my daughter out here to see Seneca Rocks for the first time. And the visitor center's closed due to the government shutdown. Very disappointing. We did at least get to see the rocks. You are so incredibly quiet on video.
I don't know what to say.
Say something funny. Be funny. Be a rock star. All right, so this is where the road starts to get more rugged. On our way to Spruce Knob. All right, so we made it to Spruce Knob. It's looking pretty cool. Lots of hikers. But man, is it awesome out here. Nothing like coming out here, getting out in the wilderness for the sounds of nature. All right, we're gonna walk on up to the observation tower. All right, so this is the tower. All right, here we are, Lillian, highest point in West Virginia.
Beautiful.
All right, here we are. We're up at Spruce Knob, and this is the Seneca Creek Backcountry, and we're about to start on the Huckleberry Trail, and we're gonna see how far we can get. There's a nice parking lot here. You see where our truck is. So our plan is we're starting right about here, and we're gonna hike all the way here, down this way, then get on these different trails, come down here by the creek, come around that way. Up here is Seneca Falls. We're gonna come back this way and then loop up. This whole route would be 16 miles, but we'll see how far we go. It depends. Tonight it's about 3 o'clock in the evening. If we can get 6 miles down the trail, we'll have done really well, and see how it goes. Lillian, you have any thoughts before we start?
I don't know, I'm just really excited.
All right, good. Yeah, it's an adventure. I'm going on an adventure. Worn out yet?
Yes.
We don't have much further to go, and we'll be able to set up our camp for the night. Let's go down and check out what this sign says and see exactly where we're at. Okay, so this is the Lumberjack Trail.
Where do we have to go?
I'm pretty sure that way.
14.
Look, that says we're basically about 4.5, no, probably just about 5 miles we've walked so far.
We've only walked 5 miles.
Well, we've only been walking for about 2 hours. We're 2 hours into it. All right, keep trekking. Did you claim us a spot?
Yep.
You're done walking for today?
Yeah.
You don't want to go just a little further and see what could be around the bend? This is a pretty nice spot, so I think this will do. This is our tent setup. This is not the best backpacking tent. It's somewhat big and a little bit heavy, but I wanted to get it because Lillian and I could both fit in here comfortably. We have our down sleeping bags with our inflatable mattress pads. These seemed to work reasonably well last night. The down sleeping bags kept us reasonably warm. But I'm not gonna lie, it was miserably cold. Well, maybe not miserably cold. It was cold last night. Neither one of us slept very well. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. We're both cold, bodies hurt, our legs hurt, our feet hurt. And we're thinking about taking the 3.5 mile trail that takes us back out to the road, calling it a good first trip and being proud with our success. But we survived last night. Feels like it's about 35 degrees out right now. We've put on our layers of clothes and everything and gonna eat some breakfast and get moving. Brushing your teeth?
Yep.
How'd you sleep last night?
Not the best.
It was a little uncomfortable and cold, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It reminded me of why I don't do much camping anymore. So I brought a couple of these dehydrated meals and I'm gonna try this breakfast skillet this morning. You see the setup here. Got my little jet boil thing here. Pour it in this thing, stir it around, let it sit 10 minutes, and we'll see how it tastes. All right, that took all of about a minute to boil. Stir this around, seal it up, and see how it tastes. It's all dehydrated, but it had sausage, chunks of egg, sliced up potatoes, and some chunks of pepper all mixed together. Just getting something warm in your throat and in your stomach on a cold morning like this is a really nice touch. So I would give the breakfast skillet a 7 out of 10. I guess, not for flavor. Well, some points for flavor, more points for utility, just ease of operation. You just cook it all in the bag and eat it, and then to pack out the empty bag with you and just getting some warm calories. All right, so we are getting ready to head on the Seneca Creek Trail. That way, should be about 3 miles or so to get to the road, and then once we're to the road, we find a way back to the truck. This should be some nice walking. It's along the creek and it's flat most of the way. Lillian, thoughts, comments?
Nope.
For the YouTube world? Nothing to say?
Nope.
Boring. You cannot go to the Seneca Rocks area without stopping at Yokum's Country Store. In fact, Yokum's and the store that's right next to it are really kind of the only thing at the Seneca Rocks area, but it's a great tourist trap. They have places for rock climbing lessons there. They have souvenirs, sweatshirts, ice cream, and most importantly, they have West Virginia's second best chili dogs. So I couldn't come here and not get the West Virginia chili dogs. They are voted not the best, but the second best in the state. Let's give it a try. Lillian got the mozzarella sticks. About to try the second best West Virginia chili dog. That's really good. Highly recommend. How is it?
It's good.
So this is a pretty good deal. This is a massive amount of ice cream for $4 each. Lillian's already decimated hers. This is deep dish apple, and yours was what, chocolate mousse? Lillian and I had a great time together, making memories and just seeing God's creation and experiencing a wonderful time together. If you're at all interested in exploring this beautiful area of what we call almost heaven here in West Virginia, I highly recommend it. Checking out the Spruce Knob and the Seneca Rocks wilderness areas. Do this hike, visit this area, even if it's just for a few hours if you can get away to check it out, particularly in the fall. You will not regret it. Just really quick to close out this video, if you're interested in doing the same hike that we did, pick up one of these maps. I think it's called Lizard Map. It's waterproof. Either you can buy it at Yokum's Country Store right there in Seneca Rocks, or maybe you can get this off the internet somewhere, but it shows our exact route. We started right here at the trailhead. There's a good parking lot area there. That's where the Spruce Knob Tower is located. And we hiked along this ridge. There's several campsites along this ridge if you just want to try a quick hike and camp. We continued down this trail and came down here to the Judy Springs campground. That whole route was maybe about 6 miles or so, maybe 7. Lots of campsites down here in this area. We found a nice one right by the creek. And then we had originally hoped to hike up this Seneca Creek Trail up to the Seneca Falls, and then maybe loop around and come back up the mountain and out this way. Instead, we made our audible following the yellow path all the way out to this trailhead here at the beginning of the Seneca Creek Trail. From there, you can either hike up this mountain dirt road all the way back up to where your parking lot is, or maybe catch a ride by vehicle, either yours or maybe getting a ride from somebody else. Anyway, if you're experienced, you can probably knock this out in a day. For us, it made a great overnight trip and would highly recommend. Thanks a lot for coming along and watching our adventure. Hopefully this video was of some help to you. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you and hear if you were able to see or experience any of this area for yourself.